Hey everybody, Matt Raywalt here. First episode on the channel for Wrestling with Whiskey, and I appreciate all of you coming out and finding this, finding all the other pages on Instagram at Wrestling with Whiskey, on Twitter, which is under Wrestle Whiskey. The name is Wrestling with Whiskey, but the handle is Wrestle Whiskey. I'm on Snapchat, Wrestling with Whiskey. DramaKing Matt is the username. DramaKing WWE on Instagram. All over, and now Raywalt here on YouTube, where we have this first episode. And today I just kind of wanted to do something simple and short and sweet, because it's kind of just an intro to me and to what we want to do here and what I want to do here. So for the most part, a lot of you know me from my wrestling career right now. I wrestle with WWE under the name Aiden English. And what I love about that, besides getting to travel the world and putting on tights and wrestling with my friends, I get to explore a hobby of mine, which I've gotten into, which is whiskey and bourbon in particular. And it gives me a unique opportunity to explore things all over this country especially, but opportunities around the world to see different places where not only American bourbon actually is very popular, places like Japan or Germany, for example, but I also get to see places like Ireland and Scotland and Hungary and Japan and Taiwan, who distill their own whiskey and is also becoming very popular, things like that. So I'm very grateful and very thankful for that opportunity. And so hopefully I can share a lot of that with you here. We're gonna be doing all kinds of things here. And I wanna hear from you. I want suggestions at wrestlingwithwhiskey@gmail.com. That's the email. You can send suggestions or questions or ideas. I'm gonna get to some of them later today. You can comment below, you can go to the Instagram, you can go to the Twitter, you can send me a Snapchat, whatever you want. I'm fully available, especially in this whole world of whiskey. And so I just wanted to intro that a little bit for myself. One thing I will preface all of this with is I am not an expert. You will see dozens of Instagram pages and everything claiming to be tasting experts and aficionados, enthusiasts, sommeliers, connoisseurs, etc. like that. I'm a fan. Like a lot of you who might have found me, you're a fan of wrestling and everything like that. I'm a fan of whiskey. I don't make whiskey. I don't drink it for a living. It's not my job. Right now, it's my passion, along with wrestling. It's my side passion. It's an interest of mine. It's a hobby. It's something I really love. It's the ultimate mix of science meets old school frontier. You distill it from every bit of science, perfectly accurate with grain, into the still, comes off the still, but at the end of the day, what do? You gotta put it in a barrel and let it sit. And I love that. So, first and foremost, I'm a beginner like a lot of you might be. You might be new to bourbon, you might be new to whiskey. It's a very popular hobby right now. And so I want you to kind of explore with me. And we're going to learn together. I'm going to show you what I do know and what I've learned from some of my friends and some of my contacts who I've luckily made in the industry and who are helping me learn and helping me appreciate this really cool, as we know, uniquely American spirit. So we're going to learn things together. I am not an expert, so you can ask me what I think of something. You can ask me to review things, and I'm going to taste things and let you know what I think, but I am by no means an absolute expert. I refer you to many of the fine people in this field who do things. People like Fred Minnick, who's written books, and I've got his book around here. I'll get it later. I promise, Fred, I promise. People like Fred Minnick, who's written books, who write all kinds of, he's got a magazine called Bourbon Plus coming out, on really, really good podcasts like Bourbon Pursuit, sites like Bourboner, Sippin' Corn, people like the podcast guys, you know, like these are people who've been doing this for years and have a far more refined palate than I do and a far more extensive knowledge than I do. I will put all their names down here either at the end or on the video, and please, I encourage you to come check them out because they have they want to help me figure things out. So a lot of you, I want you to come, I want you to enjoy this, I want you to learn with me, and I'll show you the world that I get to see. And part of the reason I love all this so much.